Simpson, DJ Carstensen, and Courtney Green in the opening tap. Control to the Badgers.
And what you'll see from Wisconsin early is all about ball control. It's almost like a team that wants to run the ball in the NFL. They want to limit the number of possessions their opponent can have and get quality shots like we see right here on this first possession.
Indeed, that was from Brevin Pritzel, redshirt sophomore from De Pere, Wisconsin. Bridges on the wing. A quick counter from downtown.
Well, why that was important in that first possession for Wisconsin, in conference play, at home 33% behind the line, Tim, but on the road only shooting 28%. So that's a good sign if you're the Badgers.
Davison trying to work pick and roll, but Cap slipped. Up against the clock. And with one left, how about that from Happ? He got it on the rim, but the iron unkind, and it's pulled down by the Spartans. Jaren Jackson has only scratched the surface of how great a player he's going to become. I'm not sure he's sure how good he is.
Well, he can't know because the talent is there. It's unlimited possibilities, but that's the part of growth and why we call it potential. So much more growth to come.
Nick Ward can also be tough down there. A little jump hook. Their front line is as good as any you'll see in the college game.
And I give Nick Ward a lot of credit for seeking out the double team and then attacking it. But if you're Wisconsin, Tim, you can't allow Nick Ward to break that double team, get to the middle of the court, because as you see, he can cause a lot of damage inside.
Pretzel again. This time it goes crying off the front rim. Ward pulls it down. Joshua Langford on that wing. And
best defensive trap by the Badgers.
Bridges on a blow-by. Pretty well defended there. Iverson did a nice job. Khalil, number 21, from Delaware, Ohio.
Again, the patience of Wisconsin.
On the deck. Sometimes it's hard to keep the ball when you're trying to dig into that clock. Winston. And the long rebound retrieved by Happ.
Well, keep in mind, this, as good as a defensive team Michigan State is, holding opponents to 35% field goal shoot, they don't force a lot of turnovers. Only 11. What they do is force you to take tough shots, and then they're able to dominate the defensive glass, grab it, and get out and go.
You see a late double. Effect turned it into an uphill battle. There's that late double. Happ forces it right into Ward, and he pulls it away with a rejection. Jackson comes up with the loose change. Ward will answer on the offensive glass. Pritzel got a hand in there. Just too big, too strong, too often. 7-3 Spartans.
Important possession right here for the Badgers. They can't allow the Spartan team to jump out to a lead. You have to limit the number of runs that this Michigan State team can get. Find yourself, get a good shot, get to the basket, get to the free throw line, try to stem the tide.
Yeah, a lot of times on the road, guard has had to call a timeout before the under 16, and that's never a good sign. Reavers, that's a beautiful job done by that young man who's really helped to some extent. In addition to that, Illy Kanan on the floor making a difference.
Well, how about the pass? The recognition that time by Happ.
Yep. Off the inbounds right away. Joshua Langford, the sophomore from Huntsville, Alabama, drains the tray. Well, say the two-pointer just inside the arc. It's 9-6. Reavers is out there as well as Illy Kanan now. It'll likely be Johnny Holstaff for the Wisconsin front line with Happ in foul difficulty already, and that's a walk.
Time before the screen comes. By the time it's completed, he's going to be 2 to 3 steps behind. That's why Langford was able to be open and knocking that shot.
Tum Tum is in the game now. Ruol's Nairn, number 11, a senior, comes in to help in the backcourt.
Get out and run.
Bridges again. This one off the front iron. Retrieved quickly by Pritzel. Brevin hit that first three from downtown. Hasn't looked for a shot since. that one down in front of Matt McQuaid in the game now, number 20 for Michigan State. This is the guy that's got to play big tonight, right here. Off the back rim, does not fall for Davison. He's playing on an arm and a half, really. That shoulder has been a problem spot for him since very early in the season.
Well, he's playing out of position, too. Normally more of a two-guard, a scoring guard, now asked to play the lead guard position and not only score, but make plays for his teammates. So it's been an adjustment all the way around.
Bridges again, right over Fritzl.
Well, I tell you what, Angle looks pretty good on that jump shot. And if he can knock that shot down coming off the screen, that mid-range 15 to 18-foot shot, that just opens up his ability to pump fake and now attack you off the dribble and get to the cup.
Says a man who got tweaked a lot more on defense than offense.
I know what you're talking about.
Grinding against the clock. Now, can you get a good look against it? This will be a forced shot from Fritzl. I think we made Lane Ford, the redshirt freshman from Georgia, in the game. And nice dish off. And
defense loosens up a little bit, and that's when you can attack.
Came his way. He still believes the effort has been there, and in certain matchups, and typically against Michigan State, Wisconsin has matched up well. We shall see as this one continues tonight.
Well, off to a better start. They got down 9-0 at Iowa. Okay, so you don't want to do that against this Michigan State team. So they've already been positive early on, and my goodness.
What do you do with that guy, though? Double deuce already has 7, and it seems as though he gets the shots very easily.
Well, you know what? Tom Izzo told him to be more aggressive, to be kind of a jerk. That was a Michigan game. It didn't seem natural.
Yeah.
But since then, it seems now, as you see the shot coming from the corner, that now he's not thinking about being aggressive. He's just allowing his natural abilities to take over.
McQuaid with a ball fake and a beauty. Look how quickly they got the ball up the floor.
Because you know why? They pass it and they advance it up. They're not trying to beat you off the dribble all the time. The value of getting the ball up the court quickly.
As Illy Kanan on the floor, looking for some help. Davison, not there. Van Vliet is coming to the game for the first time. Andy Van Vliet, seldom used 7-footer, really struggled at the outset of the season, seen his playing time diminished. There he is flying. We told you, Johnny Holstaff to that front line. Shot clock again dwindling down. Brevin Fritzl in traffic. Hoist one up, and they lost sight of the clock.
Player, because you don't know. It's the unknown of what's going to happen. And people say, well, just concentrate on the game. That's all you have to worry about. Well, it's not that simple, especially when now your coach is now being talked about in regards to the investigation. So, but it looks as though as a team, you see a shot coming from the wing, that they're dialed in and they're focused. So whatever Coach Izzo said to them at shoot-around in the huddle, I think kind of relaxed them enough that they can come out and concentrate. Again, 18, 19, 20 years old, they're human, but they're doing a great job thus far.
And for the coach, he can now lose himself in the game. He spent 5 hours yesterday with not only the past president, but now past athletic director and their legal team. Shot clock winding down again. They got to hoist one up. Loose ball and should have been brought in by Van Vliet. Instead, he tapped it to Winston. And that leads to a break and an opportunity for a 3. But Van Vliet gets that rebound.
Tim, I'm going to say something, Joe. With Wisconsin, I know that you want to be methodical in your offense, but if you bleed that clock under 4, now you're going to be taking shots under duress, and they're not going to be high quality or high percentage shots. unless you got something going to the basket.
You got to remember, too, without Hap, where's your entry pass going?
Well,
I mean, that's a real problem now for Davison. There's Winston all the way to the rack.
Real problem. That's a real problem.
Yeah. In Bloomington for the matchup between the Boilermakers and Hoosiers. Davison.
And he was asking for it inside. Charles Thomas was.
He wanted it.
He wanted it.
Yeah, Davison found his way to the baseline for a rare drive.
But that's also part of understanding, too, being a lead guard. Sometimes you got to allow your post player to touch it. Yeah. Even if he doesn't score, maybe he kicks it back out. But if he's open, get it to him. Then if he doesn't have to play, you just reset.
Charles Thomas the fourth. Highland Park, Maryland does.
Well, Illinois will get up into you, but one thing this Michigan State team does, they'll hurt themselves. Offensive foul is a turnover. Okay, some careless passing, not caused by the defensive pressure, hurts you. So we haven't seen that early. Again, the focus, especially from the backcourt, Michigan State, is here early.
Davison just keeps going right into that green wall. That fadeaway won't go. Excellent work.
So it's a lot of backdoor cuts, layups that they got, and with the 25 turnovers, it's just
unacceptable.
Yeah, it really is.
Hap is back in the game. They've got to get him on the floor. He's rejected but he wanted, I know you talked to him earlier today about where he wants to get the ball, and they've not been able to get it to him at the top of the key so he can work downhill. That hasn't happened yet.
And why he wants it there is tougher to try to double team in the middle of the court. Now he has space to work with left to right. And his ability to put it on the deck helps.
Look at that ball movement. Outstanding. Doesn't fall, but a recycle. Nice work by Jackson. McQuaid. And the rebound to Ethan Hap.
Yeah, two great shots that time out of the offense by Michigan State. So you can't be mad that you didn't make the shot, but you got the shot that you wanted.
TJ Slump, number 20, on the floor. There's Hap trying to go to the left hand. That one was obliterated by Jackson. Hap is 0 for 4 from the floor. Nice lean in there. Good negotiation by Winston.
But that's a move they worked on in shoot around, and even early in the game, it was a hesitation. You curl the screen, hesitation, and then you go and shoot a little floater inside the lane, executed to perfection by Winston.
Initiate some offense here with Davison getting a blow.
But two, you're going to be less efficient in what you do offensively.
No team in the country any better than Michigan State at that, averaging 21 per game. Tops in the country. Hap is now 0 for 5. 3 of them have been blocked.
And the height, the quickness is bothering Ethan Hap, not able to elevate over the top of Jaren Jackson. If he does, it's contested and it ends up being short, the shot. Then you yourself are not comfortable on the court. So
he's got to play with 2 fouls right now.
That's right. He's carrying a heavy burden. He's built for it, but against a team like Michigan State, he can't beat them by himself. He's going to need help.
Bridges. Davison pulls it down. Tom Izzo loves Davison. Of course, he's a big football guy himself. He and Mariucci go back. Nick Saban is a close friend of his, a former Michigan State coach. I said today to Tom, I said, he's an A-gap guard, former quarterback. He said, yeah, he puts his nose right in there. Hap rejected again. Shot clock under 10. He'll take it right back again. And again, disrupted by Nick Ward. Davison took one from Ward, hit the deck, and then Ward goes back up again. Wow. Just wow. That's all you can say to that. And Guard is really unhappy that he was able to run through Davison that way.
Forget the point. What I'm impressed about was the defensive effort on one end, Tim, and then the all-out hustle and sprint to get down the court, to get the offensive rebound. He's been criticized in the past for not being in the best shape or hustling. Not on that particular play.
Davison off the heel, and the rebound to McQuaid. Quickly, Winston up the floor. How about that look? How about that look? Winston with a beautiful find, an interior Sunday best. By the way, I can understand why guard was upset that the whistle didn't blow. There's Pritzl knocking down a tray.
Why can you understand? That was incidental contact.
Oh, sure.
Man. What are you talking about? That's a big body.
He is a big body. But
Davison shoots it better from the outside.
I'm thinking. I'm on it. Would that be you?
No. Someone
from Ohio State?
That's right.
It's somebody that played for the Buckeyes.
Point guard.
Oh, I'm
real crafty.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember. Yes. Aaron Kraft was that kind of player.
I'm telling you,
no doubt about it.
Aaron probably had more speed, but
his cheeks got redder during the course of the game too.
Well, you know why?
Those rosy.
He was always on the floor.
Aaron's mom and dad probably upset with me, and his brother too served in the military for not remembering.
How could you forget? No, you know.
I was 40 with an attitude back then. There's Pritzl knocking down another one.
Oh, I love it.
Bring it on, big fella.
Yep.
28-17. 4.5 remaining in the opening half. Wisconsin trying to maintain contact, get it under double digits, maybe down into the 8-9 category before the break. They probably feel good about that. They have been dominated. They're
best basketball.
Wisconsin, when you think about it, 4 of 12 from 3, 1 of 12 from 2-point range. You can't get much worse than that. Reavers trying to set a high pick and pop out for 3. Ooh, that was as good online as you could hope for it to rattle out like that. Reavers has really stepped up his game in recent weeks. They need him to be productive tonight. It's a quick double of Ward. Reavers comes over to help right away. Langford is open. And there's Davison skying with that one good shoulder of his for the rebound.
What I loved about that, Nick Ward on the pass to Langford, put his hand in the air and was excited, thinking that shot was going to go in. He's changed his attitude and is more of a willing passer, and it's paying off for his team.
Out of the game, and there you see her. These are circumstances that they have never anticipated having, and so their reaction as a team on the
face of the entire university,
absolutely,
the president and athletic director. I mean, you're going to be forced to have to answer some uncomfortable questions at times.
That press conference, which we will have for you live at the conclusion of tonight's game, of everything that had taken place on his watch, but more on that coming later. 28-17, Sparty up by 11 with 2:45 and counting. Ward working against Reavers. He likes the matchup. Does get a late double. Didn't matter. Came late from half, and he couldn't commit the foul. Ethan back on the floor playing with 2.
Well, if you're going to commit to the double team, you have to make Nick Ward uncomfortable. That time, once again, he's able to come out of that double team, feel comfortable, and with his left hand, get up a nice little jump hook to score.
Well, he's got 10 and 9 right now. Could have a double by halftime. Errant pass that's retrieved by Langford.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Michigan State is not going away from him. A lot of times the tendency is to have a short memory of what's been going well. What's been Nick Ward getting deep post position, and his teammates recognize that and continue to pump the ball down to him.
Shot clock winding down. He lost it. Bridges has got to put it up. Hello! How do you do? Sometimes the bridge is too far. 33-17. 13 in the game for Miles. Half. Still scoreless. Can't get that one to go. That one really a tough luck miss. Pretty good look. Right back at you, Langford. And the lead extends to 18. Now it really is 18. It doesn't just feel like 18.
No, it does, especially by those last 2 baskets. And that time, the advance pass, Langford was able to dissect 2 guys being back and score, but good pass inside.
Quality backdoor cut by Davison.
But that's one thing Ethan Happ can do. I mean, he's an excellent passer for us. The game flow, and it seems like you're doing things effortlessly, and that's what you saw in that shot. And right there.
Took it right.
And tried to get it. But how about the play in, recognizing
a Jerk, selfish, take control.
Yeah, but it is.
Well, Wisconsin looks to break the 20 plateau before halftime here. There's Happ once again, passes out. There's a lean in, and the ball put up.
But they're taught, and you're drilled.
They got, obviously, recruiting is part of this game, too.
Right.
And they lost a year of recruiting. You can make a case for that when the quick exit took place midseason for Bo Ryan.
Yep.
And trying to catch up to that is probably what caught up to them this year.
Well, it's
in
tough.
some respects.
Yeah, it's tough because you need able bodies, but you have a good core that's here.
Yeah.
And they're getting valuable learning experience of how to deal with adversity.
And a program that's entrenched in basketball. And everyone knows it that follows the sport. Kohl Center is one of the great places to watch a college basketball game. Here's Winston in traffic. That one was deflected. Davison got it. He was trying to induce a late foul from 2 years ago against Nebraska. And play the game incremental program through the years has been about toughness. Jackson can't get that one to go. And Davison reels it in off the deck. You name the great players, and there have been many of them at Wisconsin. Davison is going to be one in the future.
Well, if he doesn't rank as one of the best, he's going to rank better be sure he's going to be one of the toughest to ever wear a Badger uniform.
Nice reversal that time. Reavers gets it done, and it's 37-23.
Well, that time, formula to success. Able to move the defense, catch the ball on the run, and then attack. That time you can use your skill set instead of power to score on the interior against this Michigan State team.
Since Ward had such a brilliant first half, Jackson on both ends, but tonight it's been Ward that's been the major contributor outside of Bridges.
Well, the beauty of that, who do you take away?
Absolutely.
Because Ward can beat you, Jackson can beat you, the Bridges beat you in the front court. So you can't take everything away.
Here's Happ working on Ward, gives it up to Davison. That's just too much. Too much size and strength. Happ was crying for a whistle, didn't get it.
How about the anticipation that time? Nick Ward shuffling those big puppies was able to cut off Ethan Happ to the baseline, forcing them to pass the ball back out.
Langford. Happ gets the rebound. Suffice it to say, Ethan would rather there be a quick whistle with contact underneath. There's a great pass inside to Fritzl. Your point about how he passes the ball, that was brilliant by Happ.
It was brilliant. How about Fritzl jumping into the body of Miles Bridges, taking away his advantage athletic-wise to be able to finish?
How about that leaner? The leaping leaner in the lane. Wake up, Hot Rod Hundley. He's got it all, this kid. 39-25. He can be almost a contortionist when he puts it on the deck, driving to the paint. And that's an injured shoulder.
No.
That's the bad shoulder to Davison. Ward got it, takes it right to the rack.
Well, that time, Ward got a little bit ahead of himself. He should have pulled that one back out.
He's laboring. Davison really laboring. That shoulder got hit. And Guard is letting the official back for these two programs from one another. Aaron Maish has come into the game for him, number 5. Senior.
He was seeking out contact, I guarantee you that. From the quarterback position.
Now there's Happ doing what he does best against Schilling. Gets it off the window. His first field goal, mark that down. He comes at the 16:50 mark of the second half. Bridges, nice little interior toss, rejected by Happ. Some officiating there by B.J. Carstensen coming over to correct the official on the baseline and make sure Michigan State was awarded the ball. Goins can't hit, follows his own shot, but Fritzl wrestles it away. A lot of runs from Michigan State, not many for Wisconsin. They're trying to get one here in the early moments of the second half.
Once again, opportunity to get it below double figures, and there's that pump fake inside.
Beautifully done by Khalil Iverson.
Athletic, but heady that time. Knew that Miles Bridges wanted to contest it. That pump fake worked to perfection.
Now a 10-2 scoring run to cut it to 10. Bridges, it's going up and in.
Well, how about finding his spot? That time he knew going to his right, he's able to 1-2 dribble, pull up. Instead of trying to get all the way to the basket, I'm going to take this 15-foot jump shot and make you pay.
Well, you can see now what it means to have Bridges engaged early in a game. He's already 2 points above his average. Count it, and a foul. Yes, they did.
The foul inside with Haas that sent it to the free throw line and win it in Michigan, and then the other night. But, I mean, it just shows you stay with it, and that's why I'm always an advocate. Don't let a guy, the Ohio State-Penn State game, catch the ball on the run going towards his basket.
Happens a lot.
2 or 3 dribbles, now you're in a position to shoot the ball.
A step-in shot, even if it's from 35 to 40
That's
feet.
right. But congrats to Penn State.
Boy. They've been so close so often, finally closed the deal. Right at the buzzer. It is a shot clock violation as McQuaid.
Bus has been stopped. And Wisconsin is able to manufacture some points inside and cut this lead down to 9.
Schilling takes a breather. Pritzel can't get that one to go. Nice work by Illy Kanan inside. And a foul's only down by 9. That really is. And now Happ is getting loose. Although he's rejected here by Ward, yet who's
a lot stronger and harder to move off the block.
By the way, Ward's got 5 of those 6 blocks. And they've all come against Happ. He's doubled right here. Gets it out to Illy Kanan. Shot clock down to 7 for Davison. Back in there after the injury. He's playing on guts at this stage, either injuries or attrition through the course of the year. Also have had to play a lot of games with one-day prep and a lot of road games in succession. Richard Pitino's gone through it at Minnesota. Maryland's gone through it.
Kind of really massage what he has on the court, what he has on the bench, and ultimately will make him a better coach.
Jackson has not looked for his shot at all until now.
Well, he hasn't had to.
No, he hasn't.
And the beauty of it is you can tell the unselfish nature of that young man because he's not caught up into, well, Ward is scoring, Miles is scoring, I'm not scoring, let me get my shot.
By example, that's his first bucket tonight. He's coming off a career-high 22 and 11 boards against Illinois. That's how many options Michigan State has in its front court. Bridges on a dribble drive. That's going to be a season. There he is flashing against Langford.
I'd love to see a young man like Mace get rewarded.
Yeah.
For the hard work he's put in, and I know his teammates really appreciated that he was taken care of as well.
Davison likes this matchup, drives right by his man. He knew he could take McQuaid to the rack.
Did you say you hurt a shoulder? Did you say that earlier? Did you say that he may be taking out the game for an extended period of time or something? Did I miss something? Huh?
Langford. Davison the rebound. When you go to a shoot-around for Wisconsin and you want to talk to some players, if this kid weren't even playing, I'd still want to talk to him, Davison.
Right.
I just love the guy. He competes at such a high level, plays within himself. As I mentioned, a sort of a human floor burn. Reavers, the iron kind, and it's 43-36.
That's a 7-point lead.
Winston rejected, gets it back though. Look out, JJ threw that one up from his hip. Big quick run. It's been more like the making coffee, like a percolate. Drip. The music, SEC basketball.
How long ago?
Former head of Converse.
12, 13, 14-point play.
Exactly.
So you methodically get your way back into the game. But again, you take away something that Michigan State was able to do very well in the first half, which is get out in transition and get some.
He's out there right now with Reavers, Davison, Happ, and Pritzel. Those are the 5 on the floor by injuries, unfortunately, for next year.
And Kobe King was just coming into his own. And what
really
you lose with Demetric Trice is his ability off the pick and roll to make separation. Okay, now you shift the whole defense because of that. And, you know, when you don't have it, it limits what you can do in your half-court sets when you allow your pick and roll to be your bread and butter.
Jackson with another block. And by the way, Demetric's brother once played for Izzo here at Michigan State. He loved coming here to play. There's Ward. And the lead back up to 10 with 10 and change remaining here at East Lansing. First points this half for Ward, who's been effectively shut down on the offensive end. Good spin move, but right into a double team. Had to give it up. Pritzel on a dribble drive. Ooh, nice move to the left hand.
What was it? The jump stop, fundamental pump fake, get to the other side.
13 in the game for Brevin Pritzel. Ward ran right over.
Reavers chooses to dive down the lane. So that's excellent team defense that time by the Spartans.
Happ stayed with it. Strong move over Ward there.
But again, he caught it on the dribble. He forced Nick Ward to move a little bit more. He didn't have to use his strength. He was able to finesse that shot and finish it in the lane.
8.7 this half. Got his hand in there for deflection. Numbers, 3-on-2. Pritzel missed Davison. And now they'll have to set up against the Michigan State half court. Half goes reversal, rejected by Jackson. Recovered by Schlunk. Davison for 3. Off the back rim. Crowd wanted a foul on Half, didn't get it. Tum Tum is back in and he feeds Winston. And that is the beat of your own Tum Tum dish.
And that's a huge bonus because you know that Tum Tum is really not a three-point shooter, but sometimes seems figure out ways in critical moments to make a big play.
Just that little something extra when he comes on the floor in the backcourt for Winston. That bucket came at a huge moment. Wisconsin was making a nice run. Reavers missed everything. Saved brilliantly by Pritzel. Davison to Happ. And a walk.
Opportunity. Again, another assist to a made field goal that Cash was able to benefit off of.
In Nairn's 8 minutes, he has 4 assists. That one this game. Michigan State's just not been able to put it away. Wisconsin staying with him. Jackson.
Jump shot. Jackson able to drive right by it.
He loves to run it. He got that from Judd. In a lot of ways, you see the same thing from guard.
Off of the initial set when you don't get it. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 passes. Then what do you get? Don't get married to the first look. Look at your second, third option. It's like a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Iverson, well, he was anticipating a move to...
And keeping the ball in play.
In play, absolutely.
I mean, is as important. Well, ISO one-on-one here with Ethan.
There comes the late double from Bridges. Got to shoot it. Up against the clock. Guard very upset.
Defense, okay? So give Michigan State credit for not just being married to one spot. As the opposite side win.
The ability to win no matter the style of play. Completely different game than the one Raft and I saw back in Champaign earlier in the week. Bridges with the clock winding down. I mean, that's just too tough. You just tip your cap to that if you're the opposition.
Well, that's the shot you want. You want Bridges to be able to catch from 20, 22 feet out on a curl and shoot it over the top. He just, the offense was better, like that move right there. But that's the shot. That's probably the only.
Iron gods go against you. You can bank one in and bank another one.
It's like my putt. On the scorecard, you see either birdie or putt. Don't matter how I got in the hole. Okay, it just got in there.
Hey, he's 4 out of 5 at the free throw line tonight. Ethan Happ made his last 4. Bridges. Off the heel, Happ runs it down. Did a nice job blocking out Jaren Jackson.
Great block out that time.
Pritzel walked.
See, in Pritzel.
53-42, 6.5 remaining. Xavier Tillman on the floor now. Another big guy on that front line. Blocked out by Reavers there.
2 excellent blockouts. You talked about the style of play. It's different, especially the second half. But think about how many times you play in tournament basketball where it's a team you haven't faced. They slow it down and they grind it out. You got to figure out ways to win games. And that's what Michigan State has to do right now.
It's not as if Hap's going to stop playing, or Davison either.
Well, the scouting report is that Hap wants to spin back to the baseline. And in the first half, Michigan State, you see a foul inside. You get Tillman with size to 6'8", 260 to be able to give Nick Ward a break or Jaren Jackson.
Winston. 56-44, 10 in the game for Cassius Winston. Davison. Got a feel for that young man. Those are shots that would generally go down for him. Open looks like that. But he's been banged up, and even more so tonight.
Passes on time, on target. Winston just has to catch and shoot.
Nice work by Iverson there, getting the takeaway. Every possession so important for Wisconsin as they struggle to score. Reavers.
They're getting the looks.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, and Hap is making the correct play. As soon as he feels the double team, he feels it. He knows they're coming. Now he immediately releases the ball. Like on that one, that time Reavers just not able to knock it in.
Well, missing those three-point shots. They're 0 for 7 in this half here. There's another three for Winston. Right over Davison. At some point, Wisconsin's guards have got to give Ethan Happ some scoring support. They haven't gotten it.
Be asked to come back and do that.
Yeah.
For next year.
Yeah. It's been a while since I actually asked executives on the air for a break.
I'm like, are you asking now? Or are you? Is that what you're doing? Is it subconsciously that's what you're doing? I think you are.
No. I'd like to follow your lead. I would. There's Happ going with the left hand. Boy, that's a thing of beauty right there.
Well, he's found a comfort zone in this second half, the ability to get inside and now find some little gaps and wedges to get into to be able to get a shot off.
14 and 13 this half. He has been very effective in the second after the foul trouble early. And the turnover committed by Goins. Happ on the other end. Spinning and whirling and scoring. Nice job, Khalil. The old-fashioned three-point play there for Iverson. Happ made it happen defensively to cut it back to 10.
A little trap for court. See if Michigan State can take advantage of an excellent transition defense to get back by Wisconsin.
One last push. You wonder if Wisconsin's got it within them. They need stops right now.
Well, you got to get stops, but also the ability to knock down some shots quickly enough to get your defense set.
Davison shadowing Bridges. Nice run to the hoop by Winston. And there's Langford trying to clean it up. Jackson will.
Wow.
That was a tomahawk slam. He just picks up the loose change and slams it home.
And it looked like it was 5 or 6 different people down there compared to 2 for Wisconsin on the offensive glass.
Human pogo sticks down there. At the line, the guy is just lighting it up.
I told you. What I tell you about putt? You know, the key for this Michigan State long term, and again, we're talking about possibly a Big Ten championship run, but NCAA tournament, it's going to lay on the shoulders of Cassius Winston,
no question,
and Joshua Langford. I think the backcourt has to be solid.
Well, they have got an answer. Oh, yeah. I mean, but to your point, Winston is perfect from the floor in this second half. 3 out of 3 from downtown. He has 9. If he and Tum Tum just play their game, the Michigan State front line is so dominant that they're an elite team. Well, you know, potentially.
But you know what we're spoiled with the great point guards, you know, here at Michigan State is the leadership part. Okay? That's the part where now Cassius has to take that next step.
And that's what Tommy was talking to us about today.
Exactly.
He knows it's in there.
Yep.
It's a question of decision-making like that. Getting it to Jaren Jackson. And a little kiss. He delivers, blows the kiss to the crowd here at Breslin after the shot.
And that's how you run an offense. You make a quick decision off the pick and roll, then you make the play to Jaren Jackson popping back.
On all aspects of the game. Jimmy.
Okay.
See,
there it is.
See what I'm saying?
Luck, right?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
That kind of guy, Timmy B.
Yeah, well, there's no I in team, but there is in Timmy B.
Well,
don't you forget it.
It's a me too somewhere in there.
Wisconsin, because they're typically not a pressing team. So when you're not accustomed to pressing, the pressure is really not going to be there. Like in Illinois, that's their bread and butter. You know, West Virginia.
By the way, fight against this team.
Keep in mind this, Timmy. Right now, Wisconsin did what they wanted to do, which was slow the tempo and pace down. But shooting 34% from the field, they didn't help themselves on the offensive end to really push this Michigan State team a little bit more.
Too long. Everything now is like a reality show. Anyway, we've worked our way through whatever the issue was. Also on side, I understand. And a quick foul.
Well, at home, that kind of cost that Maryland team that I thought Penn State go to Ohio State is not an easy task. Okay? I know everybody's talking about the February 10th and the Purdue game, but at Iowa, at Iowa and Indiana, you still got some work to do before you get to Purdue.
Reavers rattles one home and a quick timeout.
Can't wait. Go get some Mother Bears pizza on campus in Bloomington.
Been a while.
Not like Dan Gilbert.
Doesn't hurt.
What's 65? What is that? That's dropping whatever you want to do with it. This is made for it. You can feel it. The fans are upon you.
Right on top of you.
The depth, even the higher level seats have great views, and the noise that comes down as a player, opposing player, you can feel it in here.
Hap, nice work. Beautiful pass from Davison. And he gets himself up in the second half. So he woke up.
Bring the competitive spirit. It was just a matter of could they make enough shots.
And they couldn't from the perimeter.
To be able to make it an interesting performance. And we saw that better illustrated in the second half by this man right here.
That's just what he can do, especially against one-on-one defense. And they doubled him a lot more often than maybe you would normally think. Nor have I. It's because it's during basketball season. Yeah. But it. His friend's mother had passed away due to cancer. 76-61. Now that's a young guy that I think in time, Aleem Ford, is going to come around. He sort of hit that freshman wall just a bit, but he's got potential to be a good player.
How many times have we seen in this Wisconsin program a project that becomes a highly touted prospect by the time he's a junior or senior?
Well, what has been a most difficult 72 hours for Tommy